Blue Apron is celebrating its 10th anniversary, and with hundreds of millions of meals delivered over the years, CEO Linda Findley joins us to see what the future holds for the company. Linda, thank you for joining us. Good to see you again. And of course, happy anniversary. And our very own Ali Canal is joining us for this interview. So, Linda, I first want to get your perspective. Obviously, the meal delivery business has changed a lot in 10 years. What would you say are the main highlights over this time?
It has changed quite a bit over 10 years. And as a matter of fact, it's 10 years today. So we're really excited to celebrate that anniversary today. And really a big part of how it's changed is the ability for people to get a lot more choice and a lot more customization in their meal kits. I think when the industry first started, and I know when we first started, it was a much smaller selection. And it was much more about, do you like what's on the menu as opposed to what would you like? And now we've all adapted, including us, to really expand the offerings so that people can meet their health needs, people can meet their time commitments, and people can just enjoy the process of creating meals and eating with their families rather than necessarily think about all the work behind it. So I think the biggest evolution has really been the product has come so far in making sure that we're meeting the needs of the customers rather than necessarily pushing the customers into a specific direction.
And Linda, I want to pick up on that point because there have been so many meal kits that have entered the market, so many different companies since you guys first debuted 10 years ago. With so much saturation right now, and you're also battling competition from the grocery stores, how do you keep the company relevant and maintain current users, retain new ones, considering how competitive it is right now?
I think that competition has actually been incredibly good for the industry. So keep in mind, you have to first focus on the fact that food is a massive industry. So the opportunity in food is very, very large. And the thing that I've said before is you're never going to have a single meal kit player in the space, just like you never have one restaurant or one grocery store chain. There's always going to be multiple options for people as they're coming through. And that's what we're anticipating. We expect people to want multiple options. And so then you start thinking about the real value of meal kits with online grocery delivery, et cetera. I think there's a big shift in mindset away from pure convenience, which is certainly something that's a benefit to meal kits. But people are starting to understand more and more about food waste in the United States, that around 40% of food in the US is thrown out, and meal kits help reduce that. We're able to only source what we need, and we source and we send to you only what you need. So there's reduced waste in the food supply chain. We're also able to source higher quality, fresher ingredients because of our direct supply chain. And that really helps people get high quality at better prices, particularly during this time of inflation where we can present a better value than going to the grocery store. And then the final piece of it is really that planning fatigue. So this is the area that's changed dramatically, I would say, in the last several years, of people going from thinking meal kits were just about convenience to understanding that it's actually that pressure point of bringing more variety to your day, taking one more decision off of your plate and reducing that waste where you can actually live a lower carbon footprint while at the same time bringing better quality food to the table. So I think meal kits have evolved quite a bit, and people's understanding of how that direct supply chain can really change their waste profile has been really, really powerful in the messaging around meal kits.
And Linda, how has the shift to hybrid and remote work models impacted your business? Because I know for me, if I'm working from home, I can easily whip up something myself. If I'm going in the office, I might want a prepared meal kit every single day. So has that shift impacted the types of customers that you see or order demand?
Well, what we've actually seen is as we've put product improvements in place that address cook times, so shorter cook times, healthier options, and more variety when it comes to easy options. So for example, we have everything from our traditional meal kit, which includes all the prep, still can be done in 30 minutes or less, to things like our heat and eat meals that are microwave meals, and our newest assemble and heat meals where everything is pre-chopped for you and you just put it in one pan and put it in the oven. Those are different spectrums that actually help address that hybrid world. Because in the hybrid world, everyone sort of thinks of the fact that, oh, well, you have a lot more flexibility, but you also have a lot more uncertainty. You're never sure, am I going to be home? Am I not going to be home? And so having a variety of preparation options available for you at home is what most customers are looking for now. And we see that in our order rate when we see people, even as they travel and even as they return to the office, ordering a high number of meals per quarter because of the fact that they can actually now serve both the night that they actually want to cook from scratch and also the night where maybe the kids are going to soccer and you need to pinch hit and you need something faster in the oven, or you might need 2 meals for people as some are on the go and some aren't. So I think that's the adaptability that I'm talking about, where we're able to provide a variety of solutions that address all those needs in one box.
And Linda, I want to shift gears here and talk about investors, because, I mean, we've seen that year to date, the Blue Apron stock has been under pressure. Some analysts have labeled it as a meme stock. I want to get your opinion on that labeling and how you look at the fundamentals of the company when you think about where it stands right now.
You know, I joined this company in April of 2019, and we focused on the fact that this was a turnaround business and something that we were continuing to evolve the business. We've stayed on the course of product innovation and driving towards long-term sustainable growth. So as far as we're concerned, it's important that we continue to prove that we can add value to our customers. And that's why we continue to report great record AOVs like we did last quarter, record revenue per customer, and continue to hold that really high order rate. And so that was really our foundation for building something that we think is strong and long-term. And that's how we're focused on creating value for customers, which then creates value for investors.
And Linda, to follow up on that fundamentals question, you guys cut your full year outlook in the second quarter, citing persistent inflationary pressures. What's the growth strategy moving forward to help you overcome this hurdle and really power you through the next 10 years?
Well, again, we're still focused on growth, but a big part of what I think a lot of companies are seeing right now is, okay, you need to make sure that you're getting this company to profitability as quickly as possible. So part of what we did with our guidance going forward was say, we're going to continue to grow the business. We're going to continue to lean into growth, but we are also going to focus on making sure that we hit that adjusted EBITDA profitability in 2023, as we've talked about. And that is really our primary driver. This is a business that you can get great value in each box. And again, we reported our highest average order value ever last quarter. And that has continued to climb over the past several years as we've added a lot of new products. And so that really is the key to driving that increased path to profitability as we move forward.
We do want to make sure we wish you again a happy 10th anniversary for Blue Apron. Blue Apron CEO Linda Findley and Yahoo Finance's Alexandra Canal. Thank you both for joining us.